That was the last key sequence of the game. Pats down 10 points at midfield. 4:53 remaining. 4:53 left in the ball game. Pats have all 3 timeouts. 4th and 5 at their 49-yard line. Will Campbell jumps off sides, so his unraveling had begun. Now it's 4th and 10 at their 44 with 4:53 left. Sosi there on the call here on 95 The Sports Hub said leaving Vrabel no choice but to punt. Do you agree there was no choice?
No, there was a choice. I think he should have gone for it.
A measly 5 yards, that's going to make the difference? I thought that was as gutless as the day is long. All it reeks to me is you don't trust your offense, or the nerds have coerced you into saying, well, that 5 yards does make a difference. We're going to have to punt now. Either way, just go for it at that point. The 5 yards shouldn't be that big of a difference.
So I blame Stretch, John Stryker, the nerds, the guy in Vrabel's ear. I felt it in real time. I don't know why, but I do. It's just because I'm wired. Because I'm, our war on nerds, which we've lost, our war on analytics, which we've lost, our war for the heart and soul of the sports that we follow, we've lost. So I'm just conditioned to feel this way. That when a decision like that is made, I immediately default to. I bet that was an analyst somewhere dictating that. And I bet you it was.
Oh, I'm willing to.
And I think I got confirmation this morning listening to Vrabel across the street. 4th and 5, they go for it. 4th and 10. It's the same time on the clock, same general position on the field.
You've just shown you're willing to do it on 4th down.
You have 3 timeouts. It's 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 5. Still at midfield, less than 5 minutes left. That's still a go. Unless they have the quick math. And the odds of picking up 4th and 10 versus 4th and 5 then change the equation. I bet you they had the effing number ready to go. And I know that because listen to Vrabel across the street this morning. He said, quote, there's a percentage at 4th and 10. He doesn't say at. He says with, or he gets his verbs a little mixed up. But essentially this is what he said. There's a percentage at 4th and 10, and there's a percentage that you kick it. Now, you don't want to kick it 21 yards, and you don't want to give up that play because the 3rd and 20 play happened on the next series. And the Dingleberry kicker did kick it 21 yards.
I know, unbelievable. Again, in a clutch spot, he doesn't come up big. This happened over and over last year.
Could you believe how far that ref had to walk up the sidelines before he stopped?
Ridiculous.
So just on Borregales, how about the other guy? What a gag of a kick that was, punt. But there's a percentage at 4th and 10, and there's a percentage that you kick it. Vrabel just gave it away, which he tends to do. It was the guy in his ear with the percentages. They
ran the numbers.
They ran the numbers quickly and determined the percentage at 4th and 10 was not worth it versus 4th and 5, and it was based on a percentage on the analytics. That's why they didn't go for it there. So blame how analytics have taken over our sports, how the percentages have taken over our sports, the probabilities have taken over our sports. Vrabel embraces them to a degree. In part, I think I'll just blame John Kraft. He's a regular participant at the Sloan Analytics Conference. He loves this stuff. Just the kind of owner to do it. And so I think that they push the analytics like every other team. They have a tiny analytics department, or they did, because that, money and investment. But they believe in the numbers, I'm sure. And so, yeah, that's why you didn't go for it there. How does that taste?
Oh, I think that's exactly why they didn't go for it.
There's a percentage at 4th and 10. There's a percentage that you kick it, said Vrabel. So it's just the percentages.
Yeah, it's gutless either way. Either you don't trust your quarterback and your offense, or you're a slave to these geeks. I hate it either way, and it does sound like he's a slave to these geeks, like every other coach and every other team in the league.
Those extra 5 yards changed the odds, and he said, okay, pull the plug.
That's it.
Yep.
If it was a hold and you're now
and not
4th
the
and
odds.
15,
No, the odds imply old school handicapping. The odds is not. I don't think they're playing the odds. They're playing the analytics.
No, they know exactly what the numbers are.
They're playing the probabilities.
Yeah, right.
They're playing the probabilities.
It's totally what happened.
if it was a hold and you're now 4th and 15, fine. I mean, that's kind of a momentum killer. It's a false start. It's now 4th and 10. It's just measly 5 yards. You already have been pot committed to go it on 4th when you showed that you are going for it on 4th and 5. You've made that decision. Oh, now 4th and 10. Oh, no. We can't do that. Oh, I hated it. I thought it was so weak.
I don't think Vrabel was I listened to his thing today. It was hard to hear the questions. I don't know. Was he really asked about it today? I don't feel like he was.
And then the punter boned him.
And the punter boned him. So Vrabel, yes. So what Vrabel did.
The whole sequence, what followed, I thought that starting with that decision, it was like I felt like it was like karmic justice what ended up happening to them.
Vrabel, I don't even think Vrabel thinks he did the wrong thing. They had him on 3rd and 20. So if the punter had a halfway reasonable punt, and they stop him on 3rd and 20, he gets what he wanted.
Right.
Which was the ball back relatively quickly in good field position.
It was a 21-yard punt.
Except the punter boned him, and then Carlton Davis boned him.
Yeah, and he did. He went out of his way to take a shot at the punter last night.
Well, and then, but he also calls the all-out blitz on 3rd and 20.
Right.
You could also just play coverage and get him off the field, Mike. Why did you have to send the house on 3rd and 20? So the coaching was fugazi in this game. I also hated the end of the second quarter. The end of the second quarter, the Pats got lucky, by the way, because they basically conceded the end of the second quarter. Okay, first of all, they did the job defensively. They got a sack. This is now they're on defense. This is the Raiders' last long real possession of the second quarter. They got a sack, and then that's when the Raiders took an unnecessary roughness penalty along the sidelines.
Yep.
Where the guy came back and had a crackback block on the sidelines. And so you got those yards. The Raiders had a 4th and 31. And you would have had the ball at the 40. You got the punt at the 40.
From their own 15-yard line, the Raiders were.
Okay,
right.
so they were punting from their 15 on 4th and 31. You would have had the ball at your 40, but this Gibbons stiff took a penalty, and you end up at your 26. Okay, so you're back at your 26 with one timeout. But still, at your 26-yard line with one timeout. And time on the clock. Time on the clock to get a couple first downs and see if you can kick a field goal. Instead, very conservative. I think that was the one design May run there, Maz, that I think I said it was the second half.
Yep, you got it right. Drake May left end.
I think that was the May. So they went really conservative there. Again, one timeout at your 26-yard line. How much time was on the clock? 125. 125 on the clock, one timeout at your 26. And they sat on it. Drake May run. They threw a little swing pass to Stevenson, pushed out of bounds for 5. And then 3rd and 1, Stevenson right up the gut, stopped for no gain.
One who got blown up on that play.
Okay.
Or let his guy fly right by him and make the play.
But
anyway, go ahead.
They had been moving the ball.
Yeah, they had.
They had been moving the ball since their interception, and then they tightened up right there.
They got skittish.
They punted back, and then Vegas, I don't know if you remember this, Vegas had 2 timeouts. They banged both of them real quick. 2 short passes, 2 timeouts. And then they have a 1st and 10 at their 49. And the Patriots dropped 11 guys into coverage. Did you see this play? It was
No, I didn't
right
notice.
before the half. Some of you go look at this. Where I think literally everybody dropped back, including the one fatty was up there. But after the snap, even the fat guy.
Oh, I think I saw this was like Milton Williams, I think, even dropped into coverage,
I'm
too.
saying,
Yeah.
I think even Milton Williams, if he was the last guy standing, they basically 10 guys dropped back at the snap, and then there was one defensive lineman who just sort of stood there for a second, and then he went back. And what ended up happening is there was an 11-yard catch to Jacoby Myers. Vegas ran up to the ball quickly, spiked it, and got a 58-yard field goal attempt at the buzzer, which they missed. But that whole sequence in there, on offense, you sat on the ball because you were scared. And then on defense, after sending the house, so it was either sent the house
Or send everybody
or
back.
you sent everybody back into the house. That last play of the second quarter, you got to see it. They all bailed. And you end up giving up an easy 11-yard and just conceded a field goal at the end of the second quarter.
They probably thought the Raiders wouldn't have enough time to clock it, and the Raiders actually executed it. Because what was there, a second left on the clock?
Yeah, there was one left.
Yeah, there was one left, and they executed it and clocked because they tackled Myers in bounds, as you said. So he probably didn't think they could do it, and they did.
The coaching that they pulled up didn't work. You know, the May interception, they went no huddle. It was just in those couple of plays. I think I went back and looked at it. I think they ran one no huddle play in the first half, but then in the third quarter, they had May in the shotgun. They were going down the field, and then after they picked up that second first down, they suddenly went no huddle.
Yeah, right.
And the interception was on the third straight no huddle play. So you say, like, if it works, you say, cool, they went tempo there and they got him. Except they went tempo there, they went no huddle, and Drake May
sped May up even further.
Did you? So like, easy hindsight, second guess, but it's like, are you sure May was comfortable enough in this game in your offense at this stage of things to all of a sudden go no huddle with him right there? It certainly didn't work because he got sped up by Crosby on an inside rush and he threw the interception that really killed you in that game. But that's another coaching thing that I'll point to. But that's it. That 4th and 5 play was analytically driven. Don't kid yourself. And Vrabel said it this morning. There's a percentage at 4th and 10. There's a percentage that you kick it. Percentages, probabilities, analytics. That's what they did there. That was Stryker in his ear saying the math just changed, Mike, punt. And so they punted.
Yeah, I'm with Murray. Because Murray, you said a second
And by the
ago.
way, that's just me guessing. That's
No,
just
no,
a
no.
guess.
that's
But,
a
That's an
That's-
educated
yeah.
guess.
but when he says percentages, I mean, what do you think he's talking about?
Yeah, and again, Murray made the point. So they had already chosen to go for it. So the change clearly changed the math. I'm with Murray. That's what I think it was. I mean, I know you just went through the particulars of it, but absolutely, he got it in his ear. The math changed. Kick.
Something else not to like in a long day of suck.
You lost this game coaching. Your quarterback's not good enough yet. And he should be. By year 2, he should be better than Geno Smith. And the fact that he's not is bad news. But not the ultimate story. It's just going into year 2, he should be better than Geno Smith. He should be better than the 16th, 17th best quarterback in the league. He
So
should
again,
be.
the only thing I'll ask is, even with the coaching change,
Yes. Even with the coaching change.
new offense to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to add the weather to excuse making? We
No,
can
no, I just don't think the coaching change is a small thing.
Mazz.
I think last year, in a lot of ways, was a flush season for him.
Or he might just stink.
Could be that.
The Raiders' defense is bad. 25th in the league last year in points allowed. Tied for 28th in the league in touchdown passes allowed. 24th in the league in quarterback rating against. Their quarterback rating against last year was 96.5. May was 80.6. I'll give you some growing pains in a new offense for sure. That was a beatable opponent there on both sides of the ball. And the fact that they couldn't do it is not bad news